it's kind of a long story, but to put it in a nutshell, I came to Chicago from Minneapolis to study music composition at Columbia College. I ended up going there for school for a little bit until about 2006. Met a bunch of people, and people know people, and I just kept on doing solo gigs and playing coffee shops and hosting an open mic. And before I knew it, word was getting around, and eventually Lupe Fiasco literally walks into my living room, and so that's another chapter. But it's really been it's been a series of coincidences and synchronicities that have sort of started my career, and here I am today, starting my own record label and remaining independent, and kind of going at it that way.
So I also want to know, just like, how did you originally meet the members of your band? Because I know you have a very talented band that you travel with and record with, and also, like, how did you get to know G-Ball, who later links you up with Lupe?
Well, again, it's really just people know people and friends of friends, and it's kind of a small music community here in Chicago. Everybody kind of knows everybody else. So I met G-Ball through my first sound engineer, whose name was Lance, and Lance moved away and kind of handed down my recording project to G-Ball, or Greg Majors, and that's how I met Lupe. I met the band through various friends and whatnot, and because, like I said, it's a real tight-knit music community. So, yeah, man, you just meet people, you just run into them, and everyone kind of just fell into my lap, to be honest with you. We just wanted to do something we haven't done before, and the upcoming album is more focused on expanding the sound and experimenting with some production techniques, and just really incorporating different elements that we haven't really incorporated before. So I mean, folk and rock is sort of my roots. So it's that's what comes most naturally to me. So I feel it's important to really stretch outside of your boundaries and try new things. Well, I guess you could say the basic band. I've been playing with the same drummer and bass player since 2005. Mm-hmm. We've had different members come and go. But as it is right now, I'm playing with literally some of the best musicians in Chicago. We got probably the best best guitarist in Chicago. His name is Jake Sininger, who's featured on our first upcoming single, which I believe you guys will be playing tonight, called On the Radio.
Right.
He's a guitarist from a band called Humphreys McGee. We got amazing guest appearances from other Chicago artists, including incredible string orchestra called the Erato String Orchestra, featuring some of the best string players in Chicago. We got a choir. But it's as far as the creative process goes, I'm just making music that I love to hear, and that's kind of how I gauge things. Is you got to make the music you want to hear and that you love. So, I mean, that's what keeps me in it.
That's great to hear. Actually, Humphreys McGee played a show in Ann Arbor not too long ago, I think last week. So a lot of people said a lot of good things about the show. So I'm glad to hear that.
And then you've mentioned before that the upcoming album has a couple of songs that address some of the issues that you have with the music industry. Are there any specific experiences you have that kind of relate to these songs, or I don't know, what's kind of going on?
With Superstar blowing up so big, it was such a phenomenon, and a crazy phenomenon. I mean, it literally brought me around the world. So I was faced with the problem of, well, I guess it was a convenient problem of having a successful song and then trying to follow it up.
Right.
So I had to explore what it meant to have, what it meant to be a successful song on the radio and on the pop charts. So through that exploration, I wrote songs like Wide-Eyed Firefly and On the Radio. And On the Radio is basically a song about, well, it's about a lot of things, but most specifically it's about mega radio hits that dominate the airwaves. And I mean, if you listen to top 40 radios, you really hear 6 songs played over and over again.
Exactly.
So it's kind of just a check-in with reality on that whole front.
We also want to talk a little bit about Shining Down. I feel like it's really an incredible track. We've been playing it a lot, and I feel like you really bring a lot of depth to the song just with your range on the chorus. I know Lupe talks a lot about different things on the song as far as, the music industry and like the death of his father and a whole bunch of different topics. But I want to know, like, does Shining Down have any particular meaning to you? Like, how do you feel about the song yourself?
I guess what I like about the song is that it is Lupe incorporated a little bit more heart, and it's not just a flash and bang song like Superstar was. And I think it shows, the different side of Lupe too. So it's bringing to the forefront the more profound side of Lupe, and the fact that he released it as a single says a lot. So I really enjoy the dynamics of the song. It's besides the ingenious wordplay, it's pretty much standard from Lou. I think melodically speaking, the way we work the melody for the chorus, it's just I think it's some of his best work yet.
Definitely. I also read that you might be featured on another song on Lasers, and I just want to know, like, what has it been like recording Lasers, maybe compared to Food and Liquor and The Cool? Like, have you gotten a sense of the vibe of the album, or what has it been like in the studio?
It's been cool. I mean, he's expanding. He's doing different things. He's trying different things. He's definitely pushing his creative edge. So it's a little bit more harder, and it's a little bit more geared toward live performance. Right. Less geared towards chasing radio play. Right. So it's easy working with Lou. I'm just we just kind of hums a melody, and I just try to make it a bit more musical. And my publicist is continually calling me on the other line. Even though that I'm talking to you guys already. Okay. Maybe one of you guys could call her and let her know just to relax a little bit. But it's like I said, we got an easy vibe going when we collaborate in the studio. It's bada bing, bada boom.